Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. The Toppers Love on Track.
Hi, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Megan, and this is
Take two
with Flair.
First saw Megan running at the KRYSTA games in 2010, actually on TV. She actually won the KRYSTA games in 2010, and that's when I first actually laid eyes on her.
You like winners?
I guess so.
Yeah, so I first saw Matthew at Sovereign. He asked his friend that went to Ulmos to introduce him to me there. So yeah, that's when I met him. It was cool because I saw him around before and I was like, oh, cool. Now I meet you. Now I know who you are, you know? So
Yeah, and it wasn't a situation of at the time, I was interested in her or anything like that. But I mean, she had impressed me from the KRYSTA games. I was a fan. So I walked up there and I was like, hi, I'm Matthew and I'm your biggest fan. Yeah. She was with her boyfriend at the time too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you guys decide, okay, let's get serious?
in 2011, after we went to a party.
Yeah, so we actually became best friends shortly after we met. And I had a girlfriend, she had a boyfriend, so we're just like really, really good friends. And then her thing did mash up, or?
Yeah, thing mash up.
Yeah, my thing did mash up.
Nothing having to do with me, and my thing mash up. Nothing having to do with him.
Yeah.
Let the record state.
Yeah.
Let the record stage.
Yeah. And
After our friends were like, no man, you guys, it's a done deal. Like, come on, you guys should get together. Because I honestly didn't think about it until they were like, why not? Because I was actually hooking him up with one of my friends. Do you remember that?
yeah, she was trying to set me up with one of her friends. But
So
yeah, we were too close, so it would have been like weird, you know.
he came to my house and we'd chill a lot and talk a lot, and I went to UTech with him, so we'd walk up and down and talk for hours instead of going home and stuff like that. So that was our kind of dating. It wasn't really going out and eating, because where the money would have come from, high schoolers or college people. But yeah, in college we used to hang out a lot. I remember going to UTech when he was there and I was still at Andrews, and it was just me and him.
It was kind of sad, like at the time. No, it was kind of sad because she'd be in classes, I'd be outside the door. I'd be in classes, she'd be outside the door. It was bad.
I remember one time I was in class and it was my birthday, and everybody was like, Megan. And when I looked through the window, Matthew, it was a glass window, Matthew had up a sign that said happy birthday or something like that, and I was just like, oh. I mean, I was always, Love and Basketball is my favorite movie. So I was always the romantic type and having the boyfriend that's always around, because that's what they had, you know. In college, laying down on the grass, looking in each other's eyes. That's what I wanted. So when Matthew came along and that's exactly what he gave me, it was just like, okay, big up you, manifesting love.
Yeah. In 2016, there was a whole thing at the stadium where she had just won the national championship. I had just graduated, I think.
No,
UTech.
we haven't graduated. We didn't graduate yet.
2016 June.
In November. You finished
Yeah, so
school.
we're finished school.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
finished school.
Yeah, and I was working in Florida. Came down and I had this grand proposal plan because I knew she'd have won. So the whole plan was should have been on the podium, and I came out with like a big sign and, you know, big fiasco. Never worked out the way I wanted it to, but proposed that night still. And yeah,
The
she
rest
said
is
yes.
history.
Yeah, she said yes. Initially, we didn't want a wedding. Yeah, we're into the whole big thing, but her aunt, Auntie Marie, she was like, you know what? Let me do everything. You know, don't worry about anything at all. So, like, most of what happened,
It was Auntie Marie.
yeah, we weren't a part of it.
Yeah. She
Just show up.
basically.
Pretty much.
I mean, we made important decisions, like where it was, and well, we agreed on where the options that she gave us. She showed me some dresses, I guess, and I chose one. And she got the family to help out,
Yeah.
you know, because we were determined that we're college students, basically. We're just graduating, just starting our lives. We never had any money to pay to feed nobody at no big wedding, and that was a huge thing for us, as Matthew said, not spending money that we didn't have. So she got the family to help out, which was we're really grateful for, and then we're really happy that we gave in to her You know,
Yeah.
because at first we're like, Auntie's fine, no, it's okay. But she's very persuasive.
Yeah, and
So-
it was, to be honest, like, if anybody's out there considering not doing a big wedding, do it.
Do it.
Like, that night was probably one of the best nights of my life because it was magical. Like, it was really magical. It was something special. So we both trained at UTech MVP throughout university. 2016, I stopped with UTech, took a year off, and then she was still training there. Now comes World Championships in 2019. At the end of that season, she said she wanted a change. She decided that she had wanted to work with Philip, who is the Austrian national coach, and the plan was she would work with Philip and have somebody administer the program. At that time, I was still training, so that I was an athlete. So she was trying to figure out a way for it to work. Couldn't work anywhere else. So I said, you know what, Megan, I really want to support you in the best way that I can. So I'm going to stop running because I was coaching at the time too. I was coaching at Immaculate and I was coaching at a prep school, and I was a good coach. I wasn't a professional coach.
It was okay.
But yeah, I was a good coach. So I decided, probably I can step in and play that role. And that's what I did.
And
When was that?
he goes to say,
When was that official?
I started
Step
to
in.
work with her October 2019.
And how has that been, Megan?
it's been fantastic. Matthew blows my mind, not every session, but a good amount of times, because as a hurdler, we have a lot of niggles that show up in training unannounced. Niggles meaning pains, injuries, and stuff like that. And Matthew has proven very adept in knowing how to deal with these things. Unbeknownst to me, because I never know him did so smart. I mean, not at this thing, but like, it's crazy how I can pivot from having a terrible session to a good enough session for the day, because he knows exactly what to do to get my body in a certain place, or he knows exactly what to give me so that the issues that I'm having aren't hampering what needs to get done for that session. So big up yourself, coach. Big up yourself, Philip. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, for me, I felt like I had a lot to prove. I know that a lot of people were looking at the choice in the beginning and like, yo, this is a dumb thing to do. But
We didn't care.
yeah, and I committed 100% to learning about, because I never knew anything about hurdles at all.
You
So
did.
No, I didn't.
Before I left, Matthew, I would do videos at training and I would send them to Matthew, and he would be like, okay, you look like you're low, you look like you're high, you look like you're three legs. So he knew.
I knew enough.
I'm not going to just give you the job so you don't know nothing.
I knew enough. I knew enough, but I didn't know enough to win an Olympic medal. And if I'm going to
Clearly
be
you
working
did.
with you, not at the time, and if I'm going to be working with you, that's my goal, to be the best. So
For sure.
I dedicated a lot of time and money to learning the craft, and I love it now. Yeah.
And how did you feel when she medaled? When she got the gold? That's the story I was
The
sticking
golden
to.
bronze.
The golden bronze.
He jumped over the fence.
Nothing can compare to that feeling.
Jumped over the
Like,
fence. Over the fence.
after 2 years of working with your wife, she's the first woman in the Caribbean to win a medal. And one of the meter hurdles. So how I was going on bad, police came to the house. I was in the street, hyperventilating. Like, it was terrible. But I feel no way about it because that's the passion. You know what I mean? I mean, our life is
Revolved
really
around that.
revolving,
Yeah.
around track and field. And to make that decision 2 years ago, to see how it paid off, phenomenal. Like, nothing can compare to that feeling.
This is the Olympics of love. Round with me. So I will throw out a category. Just one word. And you tell me who win the gold in that department and who win the silver. Household chores.
Good.
Silver.
Track and field.
Gold. Platinum.
Okay, silver.
I'll give you a bronze. Alright.
This is where you say golden bronze.
No, since I'm going to, I'll take the bronze. The normal bronze. No
Fashion.
worries. She just saying some things.
Silver bronze.
Okay, we take it. We take it.
Romantic gestures.
Gold.
Well, I heard that you're into Netflix, right, Megan? So what is your favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show?
Grey's Anatomy and Suits. How did you think? No, but that's way at the bottom. So, Grace and Frankie first is the only answer we're taking. We're only taking the first answer, right? Cause that can't be fair.
Tell you.
She's just trying to.
That can't be fair.
Megan, you watch like 700 shows, bro.
But that can't be fair.
What food does Matthew like to cook the most?
Food or pastry?
Food or pastry?
Food? What food do I like to do the most?
He says food. So
Do you like to cook the most, or can it be? Does he cook the most?
No. We really answer. You can turn the board. He doesn't have to see. Turn the board to the camera. Okay, what's your answer?
Jerk chicken.
Yay! Bam, Megan get 1
I
point.
jerking chicken every weekend. I don't know how.
No, but that doesn't mean he likes to do it.
Then I wouldn't
Does
do
it
if I
mean
never
he
liked
likes to do
it,
it?
Megan.
When he
That's
told me he loves to cook, so
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be cooking something every weekend
Every
if he
weekend,
doesn't
I'm
do it.
yeah.
That's true.
Is Megan passive or confrontational?
What is your answer?
You know, smiley face.
The straight face. So what's the score? 2-2?
Oh my God, just did not confirm it. What's his favorite football team? I feel like she just want to win, you know.
I like you.
Just want to win.
Chelsea is no longer my favorite football team.
Yes, it is.
For the purpose of this interview. She's no longer my favorite football team. No, you can't get that.
Listen, I have
Try
proof.
next question.
I
Who
have
was
So you're gonna let me alone one win. You want win to clearly.
Yeah, but I'm
clearly.
not feeding the questions.
Where does she squeeze the toothpaste from? The bottom,
Oh my
the
god.
middle, or the top?
Oh, anyway.
Nice.
For couples who want to go in business together, I think it's a good idea. I would recommend though that both of you have to love what you're doing. So if you don't love it, I wouldn't tell you to jump into it, because at some point somebody's not going to want to be a part of it. So love it. The second part of the question was the spark. I think that's always going to be up and down. Generally there's the things where you can say, okay, have dates and the this and the that, but in truth and in fact, life isn't always like that. I mean, you're going to have roller coasters no matter what it is that you're doing. But just try to understand that if you commit to it and if you really deep down love the person, then you're going to have low times. You're going to have times where you feel like you can't continue with the person. But have faith. And hopefully love will prevail. And do counseling. Yeah, do counseling.
Don't shy away from counseling. It's definitely a huge thing. And basically saying what Matthew said, but in just clear terms. The love will die, the excitement will go, but don't let that be your guiding light in a relationship, because a relationship is so much more than the spark, so much more than the light. So try to find it back, but don't be too upset that it's gone, because it will go. Just do things that both of you love, like find the time to kind of spend with each other, learn about each other, because people are always changing, and so you can learn new things and you guys can do things together. I think track and field really meshed Matthew and I together as a couple. So that's my opinion on the business too. Yes, I wouldn't say it's a good idea for most things, but because both of us love track and field the way we do, yeah.
Former foster child starts skincare business out of past trauma.
Even from a tender age, I dreamt of one day owning a business that will beautify the customers and clients of everyone that I come in contact with. I have a business by the name of Keep Faith Beauty. I started this business during the COVID-19 period During the COVID-19 period, although I do a 9-to-5 job, there's a time when I couldn't find Pampers for my baby, so it encouraged me to start a business. Even the fact that when I was younger, I was bullied and called all sorts of names. So even from a tender age, I dreamt of one day owning a business that will beautify the customers and clients of everyone that I come in contact with. I sell natural skincare products for the face, products that help you to cleanse your face, treat and tone, exfoliate and moisturize. I have 6 different types of products currently. I have the turmeric and honey face wash, I have the turmeric and walnut face scrub, the rose water toner, the dark spot remover soap, dark spot remover cream. Yeah, this cream moisturizes the skin, very moisturizing. So once you have dry or dull skin, you'll need a shea face and body butter. If you have blackheads in your face and you want to exfoliate your face, this is a good exfoliator for the face. It not just exfoliate the face, it moisturizes the face as well. Okay, so the feedbacks are very good. This is my best seller. This is very good because it does not it pulls toxin from the skin and it moisturizes the skin and takes away dead cells.
What are your friends and I guess family members are saying about you doing this now? What is the feedback like?
Well, with them, they're very proud of me. They encourage me and they motivate me just the same. Starting this business is just not about selling products, but is a service that I give to each and every customer I come in contact with. Currently, my business is online based. I wish to push my business further by opening a store.
What kind of motivation would you give to them for young women who are feeling inferior or insecure about how they look?
How they look. First, you have to get up every day and love yourself first. I tell persons, look into the mirror. Start with the man in the mirror. Start with yourself. So you look into the mirror and you self-motivate yourself. I want to achieve the highest standard expression of myself. And even the fact that years ago when I was in the child care system, that CD at the time, I went to, at the time I was at Granville Homes, and I got bullied there just the same, and it kind of pushed me older now to start the business. And one of my passion too is to reach out to young people because I value young people. And even to reach out to persons that are currently in the foster care system, I want to give back to them my service free of cost. Go around and do motivational session with them because I value young people.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.